More than 7 million Venezuelans have voted on whether to reject President Nicolas Maduro's plan to rewrite the Constitution in an unofficial referendum. The head of the National Electoral Council said the symbolic poll was of no legal consequence. The proposal has caused further tensions in the country that has seen months of anti-government protests. Meanwhile, a woman has been killed and several others injured after a gunman opened fire at a polling station in a pro-government neighborhood in the capital, Caracas. Meanwhile, the National Assembly President Julio Borges says the vote will have a democratic impact in the country.
Today, we simply want to say that the mandate given to us by over 7 million people is very clear. And we are still waiting for the final turnout that we will have on Tuesday. This mandate gives us the certainty that we will obtain a democratic change in our country.
Noris Argotte Soto is following the developments from Caracas, and she joins me now. Noris, thanks for coming back with us. We know the results of the vote now, but what impact is this going to have?
The impact we will only see it this week as the day goes by. It's good to remember that we are on a ticking clock. It's the opposition feels that they're running out of time as the constituent calling and the constituent voting comes on July the 30th. The impact will be more support from the opposition people. Now the opposition counted themselves and know how many people they are. And that's going to give a platform to the leadership of the opposition to call for new protests and maybe to escalate or probably call for a general strike in the country. I think the impact will be also internationally, as the international community will see that not so many Venezuelans are supporting Chavista government, Maduro's government at the moment.
And of course, Noris, there was that shooting at one of the polling stations. Just how contentious was this vote, and what's the government's reaction to it?
The voting process today was, in general, very peaceful in comparison to what Venezuela has been going through in the past 100 days of protest and violence. It was really pacific, despite all the thinking and all the scenarios that were planned for today. Many people were scared because they thought that some violence might break throughout the day. Just this one incident blurred a little bit what was a very pacifist process in general. The reaction of the government, it's probably they're not going to accept this result. They're going to say it was invented or made up in some way by the opposition, and that could bring more tension between the both parties, the opposition and the government. And it could bring, of course, more violence in the coming days when there's more protests programmed by the opposition, who swore to continue defending the democracy in Venezuela and swore to keep on going into the streets to fight against the constituent.
Noris Argotte Soto there for us in Caracas. Thank you.